When Hunter was born in Cleveland, we visited Cleveland for quite a long time, and I held Hunter for hours on end. And something told me at that point, this little guy is going to have a hard time growing up. It just came to me. I don't think I told anybody else that until some years later, but I just had that feeling. Hunter is going to have a hard time growing up.
We'd been around Hunter ever since he was a baby and had interacted with him so much, and he just was such a fun kid. But he was always sort of by himself, and so we just attributed, that he was sort of a loner, and some kids like to be alone.
I didn't think that I could effectively have friends because they were growing up in the same church, and or that I could have a good social standing or anything like that. And so I always just shied away from people. Because I didn't like myself, I just assumed that other people wouldn't either if they knew what it was like inside my head.
And so when we were driving, Jill said, "Well, Hunter has something he needs to tell you and Grandpa." And Hunter didn't say anything, and he just sort of sat there. And so then Jill said, "Well, Mom and Dad, Hunter is gay." And I said, "Well, that's fine." I said, "Hunter, you're Hunter. You'll always be Hunter to us." And he said, Grandma, he said, "I think people won't look at me as Hunter anymore. They'll look at me, well, Hunter's gay." And I said, "You will never. You're just Hunter to us. We love you, and we will always support you and be there for you." The gospel has always been a very big part of my life. We are all children of God, and God loves every one of us, and He doesn't love one person more than the other. We met a gentleman. He was probably not as old as us, but he was probably 70, and he has never come out. And he said that in his community, if he came out, he would not have it. He was a professor, and he would not have been able to have his job. He would be ostracized in his community. And he is very active in the church, but he has never come out. And I thought, how sad that is, that this man has probably struggled with that all his life, sort of not being able to really say who he is. He's the same person.
We have 21 grandchildren, and when you have 21, all of them different in different ways, percentages are you're likely to have someone who's gay in that crowd. Well, I'm glad that Hunter has come out and isn't like this older gentleman she speaks of that had to live a lie all his life. I'm glad that Hunter can be honest and see where he is and can chart his own course in life on that basis.
He's very open with us, and we've had a lot of good discussions about it. And he said, "Grandma, for the first time in my life, I can say I'm happy."
It's so much easier to be myself now. And I think before I came out, I never really had a true understanding of what it feels like to be myself. And I think that's the most unique part about the coming out experiences, is finally getting to see what it feels like to be true to yourself.
We are commanded to love all people, and I think that that's what we should do, and not have any buts, just unconditional love for each other.
We are the Rowe family,
and we'll walk with you.